So us Seahawks fans are actually pretty darn excited for next season. One of them being myself. But today we are going over my top 5 exciting things of the Seattle Seahawks to look forward to in the next season. Now I know this is a little early. But I wanted to make this video because I'm a Seahawks fan and I wanted to make this list for those Seahawks fans around the world. So for now, let's get started off with number 5. So coming in at number 5, a position that I saw that was really good. Now this is not players, but new staff. Now they got a lot of new staff. You got Ryan Grubb, you got so many guys, including the new head coach, Mike McDonald, who I saw as a top candidate for the head coaching job. But this team is going to be different all around. And the staff is only one of the big major changes. But coming in at number 4 is a side of the ball that is the most important position of the team. Defensive strategy. Now, what I mean by that is defensive coordinators. We all know Mike McDonald has changed people's careers in the time of need. He changed around Matabikes. He changed around Patrick Queen. And he also, along with it, turned Kyle Hamilton into a superstar. Imagine, look around at the Seahawks talent they have around them. You got Witherspoon, you got Woolen, you got Bryant, Quantre Diggs, and many others around this roster. You got so many different types of capabilities, and you just got them right at your front door, at your fingertips. And this I could see being one of the best hirings in the defensive section. Now, I forgot number 3 for a second, so hold on just a minute. There it is. At number 3, most important part of any team, culture. Now, with a new head coach means culture change, which is something this team has needed for a long, long time. Now, this team has looked really good, but the culture has just not been the same. We all know Pete Carroll was there, but his era of playing was getting a little bit old, and it was getting too predictable. But now, you got a new head coach coming in Mike McDonald, and you can actually have probably a great team in the rising, which I think lots of people are looking at and thinking that this is a dangerous team on the rise. But not as high as number 2. At number 2 is probably something I pointed out throughout the majority of last season, and that is play calling. The play calling, as any Seahawks fan would say, is so predictable. But this time, you got Ryan Grubb. And did you see what he did with Penix over in UW? He almost led him to a national championship. And I get loads of people are looking at Penix as the not so great quarterback because of the game they had against Michigan. But think if if the Seahawks actually ended up drafting Michael Penix Jr., letting him learn behind Geno Smith for a year, and then coming in the next year to take over for him. Because Ryan Grubb's already familiar with him. He is already familiar. And if the Seahawks can get a young quarterback in this draft, I think that they could be a good team in the near future. Not like a contender like Cowboy fans say all the daggum time, but not that like high Super Bowl level high like Cowboy fans always do, but we're leveled. We know it's going to take a few years, but we're getting somewhere. But number one, I think is the best thing for this team. And it's going to take me a while to write this down. Hold on just a minute. Fresh, young start. Now, what I mean by that is fresh, young start. What I mean by that is you got a young head coach, the youngest head coach in the NFL. And you have so many young talented guys. You got JSN, you got Kenneth Walker, and also along with Jack Charbonnet on the offensive side, and then including any rookie receivers or tight ends that you drafted in this year's draft. And then you also got young defense. This defense, I have seen what potential it can bring. But the one thing I see that this defense needs to change is the defensive line. Because, as we all know, throughout the time of the Seahawks, they have struggled against the run. They were second to last in rush defense. But if you can go into the draft and find a defensive rusher, like let's just say it was Chris Jenkins. Let's just say it was him. And he came to Mike McDonald, who he has experience with back up in Michigan. Imagine what this team could do. This team, I have said on a variety of occasions, has the potential to be one of the most dangerous teams in the league. They just need to unlock it. They need to work together as a team. They need to be in sync. They need to get their act together and start playing together as a team. This team has the talent. You got receivers in DK Metcalf, JSN, Tyler Lockett, and Bobo if they start using them more. And then you also got running backs in Walker and also along with Charbonnet. And then you've also got the tight ends. Noah Fant, Kobe Parkinsons, who are currently in free agents right now. And then you got Will Disley. And then defense, you got so many names. I mean, this defense, Uchenna Nwosu, if he wasn't hurt, I without a doubt would think that this team would have made the playoffs. Of course, we all know how that went. But Uchenna Nwosu was a big key factor, and even I forgot about that. Because when Leonard Williams came in, he was covering for Uchenna Nwosu. And imagine if those two work together. Imagine how tough their line can be. And then, of course, they need to look at the draft. One of the draft positions that I will be going over in upcoming videos is the defensive line position. Because we all know that defense wins championships. Also along with quarterbacks. But anyways, that's my time for today. I hope you guys enjoyed. Just to recap, fresh young start at number 1, play calling number 2, culture number 3, defensive strategy number 4, and staff at number 5. I'll be doing a live stream of the draft when it happens. I'll have a link posted out here in a few weeks for when we get closer. But until then, please make sure to hit that like button down below if you enjoyed this video. Subscribe if you're new. Turn on the notification bell for day-to-day updates on my videos and live streams. And I'll catch you all in the next one. So long for now.